Cocktails and cannabis. Welcome fucking back. Smoke a joint, make a cocktail. Got a little hemp, a little sour space candy. So I actually made this drink a couple weeks ago. Literally within the first sip, I was like, this is one of the top 5 drinks I've ever had in my life. And the craziest part is, it technically, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't actually exist. It doesn't have a name. Some guy on Instagram just posted this cocktail, didn't give it a name. It was so fucking good that I literally put it in my top 5 list, top 5 favorite cocktails ever list in my phone of my favorite cocktails all time. It's in the top 5. I think it actually may be in the top 3. It's that fucking good. So just based on how delicious it was, I need to share this with the world. The drink is that effing good, and it doesn't have a name, so we need to give it a name also. There we go. I'm gonna run through the ingredients, of course, but originally, when I first made the drink, I made it with pineapple juice because I literally made the drink to a T as the originator specified. I followed the recipe specifically, but I figured, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It didn't need to be tinkered with. The recipe, the original recipe is so good. It really doesn't have to be altered in any way. But I figured since I made it the first time and liked it so much, why not go back and do some little revisions just for fun, just to see how it comes out. The original had pineapple juice in it. I have pineapple juice. I'm actually going to use this Goya Guanabana, aka soursop. Apparently they're the same thing. I've heard of both of them. I've had real Guanabana, but I didn't realize that they were the same fruit. Literally, it says on one side soursop, on the other side it says Guanabana. And so I googled it and confirmed, yes, they are the same fruit. I don't understand why they have 2 names, but apparently they do. So I saw this in the store. Like all the Goya nectars are awesome, super sugary. Obviously, they're really sweet, but they're delicious. And I figured, let's try that out and sub it for the pineapple just to see how it is. Original recipe was 1.5 ounces of tequila, a 1/2 ounce of mezcal, 1/2 ounce of cream of coconut, 1/2 ounce of green chartreuse, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 1/2 ounce of orange juice, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters, and a nutmeg garnish. On paper, I guess that's probably the reason I made it, because on paper it sounds crazy. Like taking, tequila and then adding the smokiness of mezcal, coconut, that kind of anise, licoricey, very abstract herbal, green chartreuse flavor. Pair that with pineapple juice, some orange juice, some sweetness, citrusiness there, the acidity with the lime, 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters, which is like very unique bitters, and then a nutmeg garnish. Like there's a lot going on. It sounds crazy. That's why I think I was so taken back when I first made this drink, because I didn't know what to expect. I've never had a drink with all these unique ingredients in it combined. So when I took that first sip, I was like, what the fuck? It sounds crazy, long story short, but it's very good. So today, what I'm gonna do is, instead of just going with 1.5 ounces of straight tequila, I'm gonna do 1 ounce of Blanco, 1/2 ounce of Añejo, and then instead of mezcal, because I don't have mezcal being a smoky spirit, I figured scotch would do well. I don't have scotch though, but we do have some Hibiki, which I think will be the perfect substitute for the mezcal, for the scotch Hibiki. Last week when I made it, I used Toki, the Suntory Toki, but I figured again, let's switch it up. Let's see how the Hibiki does with this drink. So let's get cracking, shall we? I'm clearly an idiot and didn't cut this orange right, so I'm gonna try and fucking juice up. I'm just gonna cut it in half and squeeze it. There we go, 1/2 ounce orange juice. I might as well eat this. Do you guys wanna hear? A little ASMR orange slice. Oh my God. Next up, lime juice, ½ ounce. Next, we're gonna take our Guanabana, aka soursop juice. Real quick, let's so I was doing some searching just to get like a refresher on what Guanabana tastes like. With an aroma similar to pineapple, the flavor of the fruit has been described as a combination of strawberries and apple with sour citrus flavor notes contrasting with an underlying thick creamy texture reminiscent of banana. That just sounds like the greatest fucking fruit. Those are like some of my favorite fruits all in one, just combined into one fruit. It's like a super fucking fruit. It sounds fantastic, so let's do it. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Really? Is this a fucking joke? Thank God. Will it taste? So good. So good. Mildly acidic. But yeah, that creamy banana-like texture. Oh, yep, there's a banana. I taste it. It's like a banana apple. That's what it tastes like. A touch of acidity, maybe the pineapple. Anyways, let's move on. It tastes good, long story short. 2 ounces in the glass. And it just looks like coconut water. It's white. The juice is white, just like cloudy white. Interesting. Yeah, I really like that. So with the cream of coconut, I got this Coco Lopez. Been sitting in the fridge for ages now. Perfectly good. I like to weigh out the ounce. Matter of fact, let's do a test. Normally I just weigh it out, but I actually want to see if my scale is accurate as far as when it shows up ½ ounce on the scale, is it going to actually equate to ½ ounce volumetrically wise? Tear it, put it on ounce, let's see. Wow, not at all actually. Right now it looks like there's maybe a little bit more than a quarter. So in the jigger, it looks like a quarter ounce. My scale is saying 0.5 on the dot. Yeah, I think I actually trust the scale because knowing visually how much just went in there, that's gonna be more than enough sweetness. The Coco Lopez is incredibly sweet. It's just like pure sugar. So point being, if I had measured out a ½ ounce in here, it would have been way too sweet. That's why I think using the scale with something that's as thick as this and is as sweet as this, I would use a scale personally, versus using a jigger. Okay, we don't need that happening while we're filming. Thank you. Fucking ESPN. Like I said, this is really sweet, so go ahead and if you're making this, give that a little swirl before you shake it with ice. Get it to combine with some type of other liquid, because if you don't, what will happen is you'll go to shake it with ice and it'll not freeze up, but it'll stick to the sides of the walls of the glass or your shaker instead of combining with the rest of the drink. So definitely give that a nice swirl. Let's get our 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters. ½ ounce. Great, look, this is the last of this Green Chartreuse. Fucking sad day. I love this so much. To the moon and fucking back. It is so good. So unique. There's literally nothing on earth like Green Chartreuse. ½ ounce. Man down. We have a man down. It's the greatest thing ever. Next up, Hibiki. Let's go. Where is it? It's right there. ½ ounce. This Hibiki Japanese whiskey. Not my favorite Japanese whiskey, but a really good one nonetheless. I think it was actually the first Japanese whiskey I bought, but once I really got to explore the world of Japanese whiskeys, I mean, there's so much more out there than Hibiki. Hibiki is probably the most readily available in the US, the one that you'll see in most stores. liquor stores are definitely, I mean, in the last few years, Japanese whiskey has started to really boom here in the US and just gaining in popularity. So you'll see the Hibiki a lot, but like I was saying, once I got the opportunity to try other ones, like for me, the coffee malt and grain from Nika, the two of them, I think I like the malt a little bit better. The two of them are fucking phenomenal Japanese whiskeys. $65 a bottle. That has been fluctuating lately. I've seen it going a little bit higher in price in some places. But at $65 a bottle, and it's literally, I think, my favorite bottle on earth. I haven't tried everything, but it's gotta be my favorite whiskey bottle, especially in that price range, the best. But let's not go off into a crazy tangent. If you hear that buzzing, it's the freezer. There's a freezer right underneath me, and it's way too big and clunky for me to get behind it and unplug it. It's making a terrible buzzing noise. I apologize. I need to figure something out with that because it's obviously not good for your ear holes. I apologize. Moving on, tequila. This is originally a tequila based drink, right? So it used Blanco Tequila and mezcal, both from the same family. Mezcal not technically being tequila, but they're both distilled from agave. So, like I said, instead of going with the mezcal, we obviously use the Hibiki, and now I'm going to use a 2-to-1 ratio with the Blanco and the Añejo. So just a full ounce of this Blanco tequila, and then a half ounce of the Añejo. You know what, I was gonna use that Gas Amigos Añejo Tequila, but I really shouldn't be using this in a cocktail, but who gives a fuck? I like to break the rules. People, if there was a bartender watching this, probably scoffing at me right now. Oh, he's using Don Julio 1942 in a cocktail. You know, you have to drink that neat, sip that neat or over ice. How dare you use that in a cocktail? Go yourself. I'm gonna use it because I feel like it. Half ounce Don Julio 1942, half ounce into our drink. And I get it, something like this, you're really not going to be able to enjoy the Don Julio Añejo 1942 as it should be, which is neat. You really want to enjoy this and be able to pick up those little nuances and what makes this bottle special. Of course, it's meant to be drank neat or over ice just by itself, right? But it's not hurting the drink. It's not a bad thing. I still have had the opportunity to sit down and just sip this by itself. But if I want to use it in a cocktail, I'm going to use it in a cocktail. I'm just not one to subscribe to those that, these fake made up rules, cocktail, drink rules, whatever. Drink stuff how you want to drink it at the end of the day. All right, so we have everything in there. I'm just going to run through the ingredients one more time, just a triple check. But the recipe right down below. If you want to make this, you want to copy and paste it, put it in your phone, save it from your notes, whatever. The recipe directly below. But let's run through it one more time. The no-name cocktail, because we don't have a name for it. 1 ounce of Blanco Tequila, half ounce Añejo Tequila, half ounce of Hibiki, half ounce cream of coconut Coco Lopez, half ounce Green Chartreuse, 2 ounce Guanabana, aka soursop juice, half ounce of orange juice, half ounce lime juice, 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters, and we're gonna garnish it with some grated, shaved, whatever, nutmeg. Double strain this, just in case some little pulp, little fragments, little orange seed, whatever got in there. Oh, look at that color. That is gorgeous. Wow, it's got a nice little pink hue to it. That just looks fucking beautiful. Oh, I almost forgot. Nutmeg. Oh, now we're talking. I mean, the nutmeg, the little grated nutmeg garnish, just every time you go to smell it, it's adding something to it. It smells beautiful. I know it's gonna be delicious. It's such a good drink. It's so good. That chartreuse is perfect at half an ounce. It adds that unmistakable green chartreuse flavor without being too in your face. It's mixing with the citrus and a little coconut, right? Coconutty vibes and that exotic fruit flavor from the Guanabana. And it's acidic, it's fruity, it's perfectly sweet, creamy. There's like a creamy finish. I don't know if that's from the Guanabana or probably from the Guanabana juice and the cream of coconut. Duh. The nutmeg is great. I dig the nutmeg. I'm not like a big nutmeg person, but it just adds that little finishing touch. Oh, it's so good. I literally don't have enough good things to say about this drink. It's just a beautiful combination of flavors. Very, very unique. Man, we gotta name it. We have to name it. We have to give it some type of name. It can't carry on in the existence of time, this drink, without a name. Oh, and there's the Hibiki. Love that Hibiki in there. I love this drink. What do we name it? It's kind of a fusion of cultures too, right? Guanabana, I'm assuming coming from South America. Japanese whiskey, tequila, right? Mexico. What can we name it that could fit it being so multicultural? Let's call it Mexican steel. That's the first thing that popped in my mind, right? Japanese, you think like katanas, Japanese steel, and it has tequila in it, which comes from Mexico. Mexican steel. I'm just gonna run with it. We made the Mexican steel here tonight. You should make one too. Really fucking good. If I had to score it, which I don't really do, it's up there. I kind of think I actually like last week's version better, or the one I made a couple weeks ago. This one is still really good. This particular one, I give it like an 8.9. Really good drink. The one I made a couple weeks ago, that one was like a 9.45. That was just blew me away. Anyways, go make this 1,000%. Make this drink, the Mexican steel, and thank you guys for watching. Cheers. You're fucking awesome. If you got to this point in the video, you're the man or the gal, either one. And if you think there's a cocktail, like whatever your favorite cocktail is, drop it in the comments. If there's something you think I should make, give me some ideas. I'm all ears. And if you liked the video, if you liked it, a little thumbs up button, just do that. Make it happen. Let's be friends.